Hello, and today we're going to be doing another iCodeThis challenge. As we can see, we are doing a follow list, which seems very easy. I don't think it's a complicated challenge to do for the day. But as usual, we do have two challenges. So today is the 9th of November, and this is the challenge for today. And yesterday's challenge was to make an e-ticket component, and it looks very tricky to do. But for today's challenge, we're going to be doing this follow list. I already have some ideas on how I'm going to plan out my layouts and do everything else. And yeah, enough blabbering and let's get coding. Hi, I'm Trecia and I'm about teaching you how to code something superb. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our challenge. Let's begin. So I'm gonna click on that and we have our regular boilerplate code. And so we're just gonna remove all this and we're gonna take a look at our preview and see what our component looks like. So this looks like a black color for our background. I am not so certain, so I'm just gonna use my color picker tool and just gonna pick on this color, copy, and we're gonna escape, and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's look at our effects. Okay, that looks more like it. And the next thing that we're gonna do is I'm going to create a section tag so to hold this whole card component, and then we will go ahead and plan out the rest of our layouts. So it's a section tag and the background color, well, I'm gonna do that one later. Let me just do that. And then our background for our section tag, let's just copy that, escape. Then we're gonna do BG. So we're using arbitrary values. And we're just gonna do that, okay? And the next thing I'm gonna do is we are going to, so everything is already centered for us, okay? So this section tag is already centered. So now what we're gonna do is that I'm thinking of giving it a width, but not yet. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to create two parent containers, one to hold our image and our span element, if you see that dot there. And then the second parent container, we're gonna create it to hold this whole information about our profile, basically. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So this is going to be two parent containers, and we're gonna have to nest everything inside a div so that we can place them next to each other using flex. And so I'm gonna do div, right? And then inside our div, we want the parent container for our image. So I'm just gonna do a div, and then inside our div, inside our div, we want to have our image tag, like so. Yeah. And then we want to have we want to have a span element like that. And then we're gonna climb out because we don't want to nest everything inside this parent container. I'm gonna create the second parent container, which is going to also be a div. And inside this div, we are gonna have an H3 for our name, plus we want to have a span element perhaps for our role. So I'm going to say span. And then we now have these two buttons inside. So in these buttons, we want to nest them within their own parent container so that we can place them next to each other. Or we don't have to place them next to each other because the button element itself is an inline block element, meaning that you can place them, they are placed next to each other by default, but we do want to hold them in a parent container so that they don't kind of like overflow outside their parent, if that makes sense, you know. So span, and then we're gonna have, let me say, a div. Okay, so within a div we're gonna have two buttons. Okay, so I'm gonna say button with a class, and we need two of them. Hopefully that's gonna work out well. Okay, so that did not work out well for my image. I thought maybe it's gonna do like an image with a source like src. Doesn't that work? Okay, maybe that's just on VS Code. Okay, so I'm just gonna say image with a class like that. Okay, and then we have our whole layout, the side. Let me just manually prettify this code. Okay, so let me just give them each class so that we know what we are working with. So these are our CTA buttons, right? And then here we have our profile user, should I say profile info. Okay, so this is our profile info component, so this side. And then here we have our image, profile image, should I say profile image, like so. Okay, now we're gonna go to Unsplash and we're gonna search for headshots, and I'm gonna select one that I don't use as often, so I'm gonna use this one. Copy image address, and we're gonna paste this, we're gonna paste this here. Okay, and then we're gonna give our div a width of, I think a width of 40, let me see, width of 4. I can't really memorize everything like the widths and whatnot with Tailwind, so you know it's always guesswork. So width of 44 and a height of 44, like that. And then our image itself, because it's styling the image now, we're gonna give it a height of full, a width of full. Okay, and let's see how that looks on the preview. Does that look good? I think so. Let me just add a border. Oops. A border so that we can see. Okay, and then a border here, because I feel like something is not. What is this black? Oh, okay. I see what that black is. I'm just like, why is there a black thingy here? That is our section tag, so we didn't give our section tag a width yet, so that's why it looks like that. Okay, so obviously these widths are too big compared to our preview, so I'm just gonna say a width of 20. Oops, it's not typing. So a width of 20. Oh, there's no 22, there's 24. Okay, width of 22, a height of 24, like so. Okay, and then we're gonna give this class property, I think we should say cover. Yep, like so. Okay, so you see that our image now is like it's taking its full width. Maybe I should say contain. Nope, let's go with cover. Yep, that looks good now. Okay, that looks good now. And what we're gonna do is, we have noticed that our images, I think it is, let me see, there's a border radius for it, except on the top left border. The top left border is straight, and the rest of everything is rounded. So what we can do is say rounded, I think rounded medium. Will that work? Is that too small? That's too small. Okay, rounded large. Oh, wait. I'm styling the div. I need to style our image itself. Okay. Oh, that's not working. Well, it is working, but let me just remove this border. Yeah, okay, it is working. Okay. Rounded large. Maybe extra large? Is there like a 2 times large? Because I feel like that's, yeah, okay, that one looks good. And then to make this one not rounded but straight, we can do rounded. How do you do that? Do you say top left? Yeah, top left none. Let's see. Okay, now it's working. It's looking good. And now we're going to style our span element, because we do have a span element that circle there. And let's see how we're going to do that. So let's say span. We're going to give it a border, and we want our border to be, wait. Is it like border 2? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, border 2. And we want the color for span element to be, let's say BG purple. And we're going to give it a shade of 500. Okay. Yeah, shade of 500. Let's see how that looks so far, if it will appear. Okay, it is appearing. And then we're gonna say rounded full. So rounded full is, what is it again? It's border radius 50%. Yeah, border radius 50%, basically. And then we're gonna do, what is this? Display absolute. Yeah, display absolute, like so. Yep, you see it's coming out nicely. And then we're going to give it a padding of 2. Ooh, that's too big. Padding of 1. Okay, is there a smaller digit than 1? But then I think this will still work. And then we need to give our border a color of black. Yep, like so. And then what now? Okay, so we set display position. We did position absolute. So I was hoping that this goes in there, but let me just give a parent container a position of, oops, relative. Where did relation come from? Relative, so that it doesn't go out of its parent container. Okay, so position absolute. Okay, let me just say top 11 just to test it out. I just want to see something. Okay. Top 11, I mean top 10. So what other values are there? Top 28. Oh, okay. Which one was, oh, top 2. Is there a lower value than 2? 1? Top 1. Okay. Is there a negative? Oops, wait. Negative? Now that's too much. Okay. Now, how do I do this? I can either apply like margin to kind of like give it a boost. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, wait, is it going up or down? I can't see. 10? Oh, nothing is changing. Nothing is changing. Obviously, nothing is changing. This is absolute. What am I doing? Okay, so what do I do? What do I do? Because this one was gonna be, is it like a smaller value than 1? Maybe 1, yeah, 1.0 point, wait. But that's gonna go out. It's gonna go up, up. Let's see, positive. No, 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 no. Is it like a 0? I don't know, 0.5. Wait. Top 0. Oh, top 0. Okay. Top 0. And then we can say left 0. No, 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 left 0. Let me see this one. Okay, negative. Okay. Okay. And let's do negative 0.5. No. Oh, negative 0.5. We did positive 0.5. Okay. And there we go. There we go. We finally got our image working. Now we're going to enter our information about the worker. So the first one is Michael. Yep, Michael. Okay. Oh, that's double L. Okay. And his role is UX designer. Okay. Now I realize something is that I forgot that these buttons have images next to them. I mean, icons next to them. So for this case, we're just gonna use an emoji. Yeah, just to like save time. So I'm just gonna use an emoji. And yeah, because I don't know how I would do that or something. Oh, wait, actually, there's a messaging over there. Message. Oh, okay, thinking. Yeah, just use this emoji just to save time. So emoji, and then we have follow. So for follow, I'm just gonna say, oh, I did something. Okay, yeah. So for follow, I'm just gonna say the plus sign there, and yep, that's pretty much it. Okay. So what do we do next? Let's just see a preview. Okay. And now we're gonna style our profile info. So I'm gonna say the text should be white. Or is it? But no. Let me just do that individually because the text is not white everywhere else. So this one is white. And then for our UX designer, we're gonna say text gray. Oh, gray, UK English. And we're gonna give it a shade of 600. Yeah, 600 looks, I hope it will look good. And then for our button text here, we're gonna say, I'd say this one looks maybe text gray 50. or 100. Yeah, let's go with 100. And then this other text, the follow button, the text is gonna obviously be black, like so. I'm realizing something is that if I say flex, direction should be, let's just do it. The flex, is it row, column? Okay, yeah, it's column. So flex call. Yeah, you see, it's gonna change that. So my mistake is that I needed two parent containers. So our section tag is going to hold everything, and then the other parent container is going to hold our profile user information, like this whole thing here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna say div. Inside this div, we're gonna say flex, display flex, and then let's see how that looks. Okay, let me remove this flex call. Okay. Okay, let's look. Okay, so everything is flexed now. Or is it me? Is there something I'm not? Okay. Okay, so re-evaluation. Section tag holds everything, okay? And then we needed a parent container to hold our profile user information, okay? Just like now. So, yeah, actually, this is the way. So when we are done styling Michael, then we're gonna start copying from our parent container. So this whole div, and we're gonna paste to have our two more profiles so that they are all contained within the parent container. Okay, yeah. I see what I did wrong there. I did not think about it, but yeah, at least we can move forward now. Okay, so what do we need to do now? We need to have some space in between. I don't know if that's gonna work, but let's just do justify space between. Is that gonna? No. Okay, let me give it a border. Okay, so yeah, a border, and then we are gonna say, wait, let me give this one also a border so that I know what is going on here. Okay, and then our parent width, let's just give it a width full for now. Okay, so okay, now I see. Okay, so here I'm gonna say margin left. I'm gonna give it a value of 5 so that they are just separated. And then for our component here, the side of a div, we want to make sure that everything is centered. So I'm gonna say hopefully margin Y auto is gonna work in this case. Okay, yes, now everything is centered on the y-axis. Okay, now what we need to do is to decrease the size of a UX text because it's really small. So we're gonna give that a, let me see. Yeah, we're just gonna make that text really small. So I'm gonna say text oops, text small. Okay, is that maybe smaller? So extra small, X, is it XM or is it XS? Okay, yeah, like that. And then we are going to give our buttons a border. So we're gonna go ahead and say orange, border, yeah, then border orange, and we're gonna give it a shade of 600. Yeah, let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah. And then we're gonna make sure that our borders are rounded because they are. And we're gonna say, how are we gonna do this? So I'm gonna say rounded full. Oh no, should it be full? Let's just take a look at the preview for a moment. Okay, rounded full. And then I'm gonna make sure that our border on the right, there's no effect, yeah, on it. Okay, yes, there we go. It's coming out nicely. And then same thing here, we're gonna say rounded full, and we don't want our, oh, I need to give it a border as well, actually a background color. I'm just gonna say BG orange, shade of 600, like that, yeah. And same thing with it, I'm gonna say rounded, rounded left none. Okay, and there we go. Okay, it's all coming out okay. And let's give our parent container for our buttons a border so that we see what is happening. Okay, let's look at the preview. Okay, now what we're left with is to give everything a width. So I'm gonna give this a width of perhaps 32. Let's see, that's too small. Okay, 72. Oops, 72. Okay, is that how it's supposed to look like? Maybe 72 is too large. I'll go with 60. I think it's 64 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, width of 64, like that. And our buttons, they are in the center. So we're gonna say margin X auto. Hopefully that will center those. Oh, it's not. Okay, why is that? Why is that not working? Okay, just gonna say flex. I mean, they are already next to each other, but we want to center them, yeah, like that. Okay. Oof. Okay, that's coming out nice. And then we are going to give them both a gap. I think there's X. Yeah. Okay. Gap of 2. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. And then our buttons, we need to give them both a width. So I'm gonna say, oops, I meant to click option. So I am going to say, what is happening? Option here. Okay, a width of maybe 10. Oh no, it's too small, obviously. 32. okay, width of 32, so that they both have equal widths. You've noticed that our follow button is quite smaller than our message button. So giving them both an equal width is going to make sure that they both occupy the same space, should I say, if that makes sense. And we're gonna give them both a padding of 2. Okay, that's quite large. 1. Like so. Okay. And then what else is there? What else is missing? Let me just remove this border. I don't need it anymore. So we can see our buttons. Okay. And then let me remove this border as well. No, this is the border I want to remove. Okay, yeah, it's coming out nicely. And then we're gonna give this one a bit of padding, so I'm gonna say padding 1 as well, so that it's, yeah, maybe padding of 2. Yeah, okay, that looks good. And then we are almost done. We're almost finished with our I feel like this message is I feel like the text is quite large. So I'm gonna give them both a text of small, and then we are going to, what else must I do? I feel like there's something else I must do. Our message button is quite light, so I'm gonna give it a shade of 300. Like so. Okay, yep, like so. And then we need to give these two a padding between, well, not padding, but space between each other. So I'm gonna say for our heading, where is our heading? Okay, for our heading, we're gonna give it a should I say a span element? Actually, yeah, a span. We're gonna say negative margin top to be 5. Let's see how that looks. Did not intend for that to happen. Is it bottom? No. Wait. Is anything moving? Let me just give it a border. Okay. And then we're gonna give it a margin top. Okay, margin top. Just to test it out, I want to see if it's gonna move. Okay, so nothing is moving. So the best thing to do in this case, I guess, is to, actually, I should have put these two on its own parent container. So let's just do that. I'm gonna say div, okay. Oops. Then paste this here, like that. And then we're gonna say margin bottom to be 3. Yeah, like so. Okay. Hopefully that looks good. To remove the border. And there we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy paste from our parent container. Let me just comment on that. Parent container. Okay, that's, or should I just say profile card? That's more, profile card. Yeah, that makes much more sense. Okay, so we're gonna copy this whole div. Now what are we left to do? We need to include a horizontal rule for each. So we're gonna say HR like that, and another HR like that. So our horizontal rule. Let's look at that. And now I forgot to remove the border. Now I have to remove it manually. Yeah, so that's border number 1, then border number 2, yep, and then the other one, border number 3. Okay, like that. Okay, so what is missing? Let's see. Yep, we're gonna add a, we need to add a, wait, let me just put a border around our section so we see. Okay, yeah, so we need to give our section tag a bit of, just say, my dog is barking outside, a width of full. No, not a width of full. What am I doing? Wait, we need to, this is, yeah, everything is centered. So we need to give it a width of, no, not a width. Let's say a padding of 5, like that. I feel like it's a bad idea to use padding. Okay, so padding X can be 5 or 4. Then padding Y can be 5. Or 9. Yeah, I think that will work. And then we need to give it a border radius of, I'll say large, maybe extra large. Okay, yep. And what else is missing? I feel like it has a box shadow, but then I'm just gonna leave that shadow behind. And what I'm gonna change now is the names. Now what we need to change is, wait a minute, the horizontal rule, where is it now? Did I not apply a horizontal rule? I did not. Okay, so we need a horizontal rule, HR, like that. Okay, and we need to give our HR a class, so just gonna do that. Let's see how it looks this side. So it has a color of gray, so I'm gonna say, should I say beachy gray, and the shade is like what, 700? No, it's not working. Wait a minute, please don't tell me I can't style. Wait, yeah, beachy, it should have changed. Why is it not changing? Style, oops, style HR tag with Tailwind. Yeah, Tailwind. Because why is it not working? No. Okay. Meraki UI. I know this. There are components that are styled that have, yeah, drop downs. Definitely have a horizontal. There we go. So let's get the code. Show code. Okay, so we use border. We use border to style it, not background. We use border. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so I'm gonna say border gray 700, but I need to give it, oh, okay, it's working just fine. And then we're gonna have to limit its width. I'm gonna say width 70, no, not 70, let me see, 64. Okay, that's too small. 80. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let's give it a width of, is there 96? 96? No, it's still large. Okay, it's only 80. There's no 84, 80 something. Okay. And one thing I forgot to give between our div parent containers is like margin, like space in between. So our thing is too close on, okay, yeah, it's too close to the horizontal rule. So I'm just gonna say option there, option here, and option, oops, not there, not there, just here, wait, here, okay. And we're gonna say margin bottom to be 2. I don't know if that's gonna work. Should I say 3? Okay. And another thing that we should see border, just quickly, horizontal rule, is that, let's give it a margin top of 3 as well. Hopefully that's gonna clear things out. Okay, yeah, looks good. And then we're gonna take this code, gonna copy and paste it here. Wait, why did I do that? Gonna paste it here. I use spaces. I mean, I use the space now, but I usually use the tabs. So yeah, I use tabs. It's just some cases we use spaces. I know some people just like to use a space or a tab. I use both. It depends. It depends on what I'm doing. Okay, and now let's just change the pictures and look for something more. This is Unsplash Plus, but hopefully that's gonna work as well. So here we have Denise. Wait, is Denise a woman or, yeah, okay. Denise, I'm gonna paste that there. And then we have, who else do we have? Okay, we're gonna paste this one. Oops, what did I do now? Okay, let's do that again. Paste. Okay, and there we have it. We are done. Let me remove this border. And there we are. And I'm just gonna submit that because we are done. Yes. And now some key evaluations, or like things that we would do differently, is that instead of like writing out this whole code, you know, like this whole component many times, then we can use reusable components. Like we can build reusable components using a JavaScript framework, popularly Next.js, Solid.js, all those frameworks, so that we don't have to deal with a lot of all this HTML and Tailwind CSS code. Not that it's hurting my eyes, but then it kind of like saves you the time of having to like copy paste everything from scratch. And what else? What else? I think that's pretty much it. We built a component. We are done. We are finished. And thank you so much for watching. If you have got this far, do let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see more videos like this. And what else do I want to say? So I am thinking of creating a dedicated HTML video just to explain why it is kind of important to structure your HTML. As you can see, there are things that I missed out, but then I didn't rely on the CSS to kind of like put those things together. It's more like structuring your HTML to get the desired layout that you're going for. And so the video that I'm talking about, which is kind of like learn how to structure HTML to get your desired layout, will mainly focus on that kind of thing. And yeah, do make sure that you stay tuned and subscribe for more Tailwind CSS and more HTML content. I am thankful. Thank you so much for watching up to this far. I'm Trecia, and I'm all about teaching you how to code something superb. Thank you. Bye.